We're back to filming again because Pan somebody has decided to start testing some fans. What's your YouTube name again?
Pan Gramercy.
Okay. I'm never going to remember that, by the way.
Most people don't. That's the idea.
Okay.
Definitely stiff, but it needs oil. It works fine, though. Quiet.
It was oiled at one time, I believe, like when I first got it.
It doesn't sound like any box fan I've ever heard before.
What do you mean by that?
It doesn't sound like a big fan. It just sounds smaller with all those blades. Probably because it's got so many blades in it.
And they're full-size blades, too, not the little skinny blades.
One's good.
Yeah?
What's the other one that I want to see? I want to see if this air can works, too.
I may have WD-40 in my car. I may even have Zoom Spout in my car, actually. Quar. There's a line from the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt that talks about how hard of a word car is to say.
Testing fans in the basement somewhere in Madison. What fun.
Yeah. This is a building owned by my former landlord. Oh, that's quite stiff.
Yeah, we're not going to bother that one. That one needs oil, period. But it does work. It turned the blades a little.
Yeah.
It's still good. It just needs oil and cleaning.
Yeah.
I wanted to try that one you said that you said when you put it away it worked and suddenly it was...
Yeah. Maybe it'll work again. Who knows? It's in great shape. This one came out of my 10th grade history classroom at Madison West High School. It stopped working at the. Well, it didn't stop working. What happened was the Allen key came loose on the on where the blade mounts to the motor, so it started making a ton of noise, and so that's their definition of stopped working. And I asked my 10th grade teacher, history teacher, if I could have it, and he said it didn't belong to him. And then he thought about it for a second. And he said, "Sure, I'm a typical Democrat giving away stuff that doesn't belong to me." And I've used that line a few times since then, but that's where I first got it from.
Well, definitely stone cold. Something's up with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the windings are burned out. Just needs to be pulled apart and looked at.
Yeah. Did you look to see if the windings were burned in the Kenmore?
Not yet.
Well, let's do that. Yeah, it's amazing to me to this day that you can put something away working and pull it out unworking, but it's a fact of life. Typically speaking, you get a lot of finish imperfections from storage too, rust and tarnish and other things. There's probably a way to just hook power up directly.
It's pretty gross in there.
Oil-wise, or
kind of both, kind of.
What's the other thing besides oil? Dirt or burned up windings?
I can't tell into the dirt.
Oh.
I can't tell into the scuzzy dirt that's in there. The dirt, it's oily dirt, so it's really
it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah.
No, it's on there pretty good.
I'm pretty sure I measured this with an ohm meter and determined there was zero continuity.
Well, it's hard to say. I have to reference that one to wire it back up because ingeniously, let's not make the wires any color.
Well, I'm pretty sure that this is common, so it'd be common, either common high, medium, low, or common low, medium, high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So, I mean, it's really, you know, plus if you get it working with an ohm meter, you can determine which ones are high, medium, and low. Yeah. And that is, even though it's not colored, it's marked. You know, that that one's definitely marked common.
That makes it easier then.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, it's either... The worst case scenario is that you get... The medium is going to be the one in the middle no matter what, so the worst case scenario is you get low and high reversed.
Yeah, that'd be funny. It's worth looking at, though.
Yeah, well, I hope it can ride again.
And you said this one still works?
Yeah. Well, it did last time I checked it. I mean, heck, given my track record, who knows? Let's find out. But I used that one every day in my my townhouse in Mount Horeb. I don't know if you know where Mount Horeb is.
I do.
It's where I lived before. Now I live near Woodman's West. But, yeah.
This one works fine.
Yeah. So originally my plan was to take the motor out of this one, put it in that one, and just ignore the fact that that one had a blue motor and a tan fan. But for a variety of reasons, I don't want to do that now, none the least of which being I still like this one. And really, other than being a little surface rusty and dirty and missing a knob, this one's not in horrible shape.
$8 price tag, not bad.
Garage sale. I can't remember where the garage sale was, but I remember getting it.
Oh, is this one? No, is this reverse or no?
No.
That's weird. It seems like this should be turned.
It does. It does. But if it was turned the other way, you'd have to switch the controls to the other side and move all the wiring around, so that doesn't seem right. But also the arrow indicates the air blowing in this way.
But this one's backwards. Is the other one backwards?
No, the other one's not backwards.
That's really strange.
It's very strange, but based on the wiring, and it appears to be factory.
Must be a design thing. They did a lot of weird designing stuff back then. Needs a good cleaning, but it's not terrible.
No.
I like the metal grills better too.
I like that plastic grill on the front of that one. The way that it angles the air sideways, it's actually very effective.
I think this one's newer than that one.
It is.
What the difference is.
Yeah.
It's worth a look. See what happens.
Well, anything else you want to plug in?
Oh, jeez. I'm curious about this one just to see.
Sure. Again, if you think that's cool enough for the museum, then it's not for sale. And if you don't think it's cool enough for the museum, then it is for sale. But don't let that bias your decision in terms of...
I'll be honest, I think it's cool enough for the museum. You never see these Lakewood thermostats.
Then to the museum it shall go.
You never see these with thermostats.
Plus it's clean.
It's a second gen, but it's still the fact that it has a thermostat.
Well, it seems like second gen would be rarer with a thermostat than first. Thermostats seem to be an older thing.
They are. Excuse me, works like every other Lakewood. Just works.
Yeah. Well, except for the Pencrest Cool Air, whatever that thing is there. That blue round corner thing.
I would say put it in the museum. You don't see Lakewood thermostats. Not of this generation. Older ones, yeah. These, no.
Okay. Well, if here's another thing. If you think that you will be going to the museum anytime soon, again, the next group trip is October 31st, and you would like to have some fun with these and use them in your house before then, you feel free to take anything with you and just play with it and to your heart's content, and as long as it ends up there.
I would leave this one here.
Okay.
I've only got limited room in the station wagon. I've already got that Pencrest going home with me.
See, I think you're apparently not a pro like me. I can fit. I don't know how many box fans I've ever fit in my car. I think I fit all of these in my Corolla, just getting them here to the storage from my workshop. Yeah. But I've fit, I think, 75 ceiling fans in that car at one time.
That's impressive, in a Corolla.
Yeah, granted it was riding very low to the ground, but...
I'm sure it wasn't happy with you.
That was the old Corolla, actually, but it survived.
Yeah, I'd say that Air King.
Yeah?
That Lakewood for sure.
Okay, well, let's keep those out somewhere.
Those are pretty common stamps.
Yeah, plus I have some less common... I have a Toastmaster with that same grill, but the controls on top. I gave that to the museum. Yeah. And I have a blue... I don't remember if it was Eskimo or Manning Bowman, which is the real deep blue, not the teal.
I think it's Manning Bowen, because Eskimos are the real light one.
With 2-speed reverse push button and the thermostat.
That's hard to say.
I gave that to the museum, and it's got the push button controls, but they're super stiff. On this one, for some reason, they're like...
Smooth as silk.
Yeah. On that one, like, I've taken it apart, I've cleaned it, I've lubed it, and they're still just stiff as can be. You ever taken one of those push button switches apart?
Nope.
There's like little Bakelite slats that are cut like teeth. They're pretty cool.
They actually used to put design effort into fans.
See if there's anything else in here worth mentioning. That's a window fan. I was really hoping I'd get rid of some of my window fans on this guy. 2 more GEs, but I'm hanging on to those because I love GEs, and I think that's all that's in here.
It's definitely weird with the switch on this side, though.
That's not normal?
No, it's a GE thing, I think.
Oh, yeah. All GEs have that. I would like to find one... I had a reversible one when I was a kid. The motor locked up, and this was my first time trying to fix a fan with a locked up motor. Mm-hmm. Didn't have any oil. What do you think I put in the motor to try to get the spin again?
Oh, what, WD-40 or 3-in-1?
No, because WD-40 won't hurt anything as long as you follow it up with oil before it dries up. Not 3-in-1. Okay, try to think like a 4th grader. What's slippery?
Shampoo.
Close. You're getting very close. Ivory dish soap. I was like, the ivory dish soap is slippery, and guess what? It ran for about a half an hour.
On dish soap?
On dish soap. No. It was locked up, the dish soap freed it up for about a half an hour, and then it never ran again, and my dad tossed it. So, I would like to find another reversible plastic blade GE. I had the Metal Blade GE like this, and I don't remember what I did with it.
Oh, that guy that Touch of Pride or whatever?
Yeah?
Look, he's got one of these in perfect condition with the stand.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, but he won't sell it, huh?
Probably not during the summer, maybe during the winter when there's...
Yeah, you can try again. It's not his store either. He's running it for somebody else, so maybe you might have to ask the woman there. I'll tell you what would probably be the smartest thing to do if you really wanted it. Buy, like, a new high-velocity fan from Menards.
And give it to him.
Yeah, not like a cheap box fan, but like one of those good metal pivot fans that actually move some air, and be like, look, I will give you a brand new fan
For the old one.
for your old one. Because their thing is they need the fan, and they don't want to go through the trouble of getting another one.
You never know.
So...
Cool.
Okay, well, I think we've covered everything, so once again, thanks for watching.